Hey, it's Jess from Sleeping Pixels. In today's time lapse, we'll be practicing some more pixel art. I'm still very new, and I thought it would be a good idea to draw a small flower from my Woodlands clip art collection. I'm usually a traditional artist and I make artwork in coloured pencils and watercolours in usually a more realistic style. So pixel art is very different to what I make normally, but it looks super fun, so I want to give it a try and see what I can come up with in pixel art. If you'd like to see some of my traditional art, I have a YouTube channel for that over at Blooming Solitude, and I'll pop a link in the description below for you. So I had this idea to make a Woodlands clip art collection sometime last year. I started making it and then I just never got around to finishing it. So I thought, why not pixify it? And if it looks okay, then maybe I might make some Twitch badges and layouts as well. I think that would be really fun. So the canvas I'm working on is a 56 by 56 pixel canvas, and I'm making it in Aseprite or Aseprite, one of those. I'm usually a Photoshop or Procreate girl, but Aseprite looks really fun, and I love how cute and pixely it all is in the menu screens and the UI. I think it looks really cute and it suits the pixel art style. I like to start my drawings with a rough sketch in any colour. It doesn't matter the colour, as it'll get painted over as time goes on. For the first petal, I'm trying to figure out which colour scheme I want to do for these petals. So once I get the first petal down pat, then I move around the rest of the petals, and I've chosen like a really light purplish blue sort of colour. I felt like it looks really pretty and is close to like a daisy. I focus on trying to establish some contrast using a darker colour and map out some of the shadow lines. I find it a lot easier to start with the darks and work my way up to the lights. From this point, I decide to change the colour of the line art to make it blend a bit more with the artwork. So I've gone with a lavender purple colour. And from here I'll just move around the rest of the canvas and fill in all the other petals and add any shadows and little highlights and things to really make it pop and give it some contrast. I really feel like adding the darker contrast lines really brings out the shape of the petals and gives it more form, and it really starts to look really nice. I'm quite impressed with how just adding a few darker pixels can make such a big difference. So I'm going to start adding some highlights into the piece, just add some areas of light and interest to those petals. And I've also created a dark and a light layer, and I like to turn these on towards the end to see if there's any adjustments that need to be made. Sometimes I find when I turn the dark layer on, I can see that the darkest areas in the painting need to be darker. So here I am just making those areas a little bit darker to add a bit more contrast. And the same goes for the light layer as well. Sometimes when I turn the light layer on, I can see just areas that need darkening and lightening, and then adjusting the center of the flower to match the rest of the lights and shadows. And one of my favorite things to do with artwork is play around with the color modes and blend modes, and go into hue and saturation and play around with the sliders and just see what kind of color combinations you could have come up with. In this case, I ended up just staying with the original blues and purples for this flower. But sometimes you can find a really cool combination of colours that you wouldn't have thought looked nice together. So I always like to play around with this step and just see what I can come up with. And I do the same for the outline mode that Aseprite offers, which is a really cool feature. I love that it allows you to add an outline and the colour. I always love outlining my artwork, so this is a really cool feature of Aseprite. So that's all from me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to hit the subscribe button below so you can be notified of new videos like this one, and I hope to upload some more very soon. So bye for now, and I hope you have a wonderful day.